Hi everybody, just wanted to share some cards that I created based on the online card class that I took. So this is the first card. It's just a regular A2 size card that I backed onto craft cardstock. And I did do some faux stitching here at the top and used my corner chomper at the top right hand corner. The background, I've got a stencil that I used with embossing paste with Dazzling Diamonds from Stampin' Up! Just to create the snow background. And this is a snow background from Simon Says Stamp. And the stamp is just an MFT stamp, and then I've just got a die cut heart with some red stickles and a little bit of twine. So that's the first card. Second card is very similar. The only difference is I did back it onto red cardstock, and only reason being is because I did a boo-boo when I was cutting out the backing here. I cut it too short. So I actually don't mind it on the red. I find it pops out the red and the heart and the twine. So I actually kind of like it. Next card is just backed onto a white cardstock, and I just used some Tim Holtz Distressed ink to do a technique on the background, and I did use a Hero Arts background stamp and heat embossed around the edges. And this again is an MFT stamp, and then I use some Perfect Pearls in and around the background, and then I just popped that up a little bit just because it was a little warped. And then the next card again is very similar. I actually kind of, sometimes simple is best. I think I prefer the colors in this one, although I did use the same stamp, different sentiment of course. But did use the same background, just different colors in my Distress ink. So that's the fourth card. The fifth card that I created was a little labor intensive. It doesn't look like much. This is just a Lawn Fawn background die cut that has the faux stitch. It's just your square die. And the tree actually was created from a template that I made to look like a tree, and then I used different stamps within that template to stamp them out, and I stamped them out using my Distress ink markers in 3 different colors of green. And then I just made my own template to do the trunk and used a little bit of twine at the top, and then I just used some pearls and gems to go in the blank spaces within the tree. So it did take me a long time to do this card, believe it or not. The next card, I really like the way this one turned out. I did use a background stamp, a wood grain background stamp from Hero Arts, and this is using the Weathered Wood Distress ink, and then I did spray it a little bit just to make it look a little softer. The wreath itself, I used 2 different colors of cardstock, and it is a die from MFT, as well as the ribbon, and I just used stickles on the ribbon. And then the Merry Christmas is a die from Simon Says Stamp, and if I'm not mistaken, it's maybe Christina Warner's handwriting. And then I guess I just used some pearls, some red pearls around the wreath itself, and then I went ahead and popped that up a little bit. And then the last card, again, doesn't look like much, but I think it's probably one of my favorites. I think it's called Inlay Die Cutting. So as you can see here, the gingerbread is cut within the circle. So it's actually 2 dies that I used. One is the gingerbread, and that is a Stampin' Up! Die that I used. And then I used a MFT die for the circle, and then I've got some twine here, and then I just used some silver gel pen around the circle, and then the background I used 2 different Distress inks, and I created inside. I'll open this up. I created to create this background. And then I just cut out a small piece of a snow, well, another circle, I guess, and cut it down at the bottom to create this snowy hill. And then I just used, again, some icicles on there. And I've got a couple of wood veneers. And then the red heart I just stickled. And then the background is another stamp set from Stampin' Up. And then the sentiment is heat embossed. And that is Simon Says stamp. Yeah. So that's the inside, and this is the outside. And then I just colored these little squiggles here, and then used some pearls for his eyes and his buttons. And then I just used, again, some stickles to pull out the red. I don't know if you can see that. Probably won't focus. Anyway, there's a little bit of shine there you can see. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out, although it did take me a long time to try and get these two dies to coordinate with each other, even after watching the video a few times. But anyway, so that is my small little card share. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm sure before Christmas hits, I'll have more to share with you. Thanks, bye.